Nigerians, my dear compatriots, it has been years since the Council for the Protection of the Homeland, CNSP, under my leadership, decided to take charge the destiny of our country, Niger. Ineffective existential threats of war faced by Niger, the choice of every caring patriot to prevent his country from sinking towards the dark shore of terrorism, and that, notwithstanding the country's placement under supervision of foreign military bases. The plundering of resources, the right path, and the buying of fundamental freedom constitute the pattern of the fallen regime, despite the democratic facet displayed and praised by former colonial powers to reward the vassalization of regime. Victim of this situation, our people joined the new march printed by the CNSP, transforming the coup d'etat into a vast movement of national liberation and reconquest of popular dignity. This distrust of the regime, disposed, combined with threats and unique sanctions imposed by ECOWAS, rejection of all external influence by Nigerians and Nigerian. On national plan, the change generated a surge in patriotic change without previous expressed aspiration deep in our populations to the dignity of freedom and national sovereignty. Cautious of immense hope aroused by the event of 26 June 2023 and to be in symbiosis with popular aspiration, the CNSP is committed under my direction, on the one hand to the refoundation inside the country and on the other hand the construction of the alliance of Sahel states in our neighborhood. Our immediate ambition for Niger is declined, as you know, around four axes, namely the strengthening of security and social cohesion, promotion of good governance, basic production development, and finally, the acceleration of strong support of social reforms of the population with momentum printed on 26 July 2023 commands us together the duty to succeed in the work of refoundation, thus desire with an unfailing patriotic commitment. It's with this in mind that I engage the government to take measures and actions necessary for the successful completion of the vision carried out by the National Council for the Protection of the Homeland. Part of the program intended to strengthen our resilience and ensure the development of production bases, learning from the impact of ECOWAS, inhumane, unique, illegal sanctions to order. The letters of mission were given to members of government who will take sectorial stock. My dear compatriots, on the plan of defense and territorial security, the rise in power of our forces in theaters of operation is no longer any doubt. That is, it is about the fight against terrorism in the Liptako, Goma, and in the Lake Chad Basin as part of the fight against big banditry. Our defense forces and security reap success. It is our place to pay vibrant tribute to our defense and security forces for the heavy sacrifice they made at the service of our population across the entire nation. I express my gratitude to you and show solidarity towards the widows and orphans of honored fallen soldiers. For my part, I take the oath to guarantee the rise in power of our defense forces and security, reaffirming the firm determination of all competent authorities to continue strengthening capabilities of our armed forces. The state will continue to invest in acquisition of substantial means required at the height of the Nigerian threat. Nigerians, the conquest of sovereignty passes above all through the exploitation of national resources to the benefit of our population. For this purpose, I launch in the region of the country large irrigation program. The objective is to ensure optimal exploitation of potential agro-pastoral with a view to achieve our food sovereignty. This FAR program, committed to funding, promises results satisfactory with regard to sovereignty over our extractive resources. It will be built through promotion of the principles of local content, of which the objectives lies in the obligation made in the mining industry and oil companies to use primarily the micro and medium local businesses and national staff. An order will come very soon to be adopted at this effect. The affirmation of our sovereignty, the National Council for Safeguarding the Homeland intend to do, respect rigorously and without discrimination all provisions, mining and oil legislations. Any mining or oil company, we will purely and simply withdraw your exploitation license if it violates regulatory provisions, contractual agreements. For the Bioma oil block, rendering R5, R6, R7 from Agadem, the mining permit in Morarem and that of Mole are reverted to the public domain of the state. I can also confirm the upcoming launch of the construction project of an oil refinery and a Doso petrochemical complex, as well as that the creation of a petroleum institute and gas in Zenda. The Nigerian Professional Training School and the spirit of excellence and business will constitute the major pillar of the refoundation and consolidation of our sovereignty, because the national faith can be guaranteed only by a responsible citizenship in public policy and banishment of mediocrity, culture, and Nigerian impunity. Nigerians, on the geopolitical level, it's my pleasure to emphasize that we have succeeded concept with Burkina Faso and Mali to be won solemnly on the building of the Confederation of Sahel States, consecrated by the first summit of heads of states of the Alliance of Sahel States, held on July 6, 2024 at Niamey. Moving at full speed, the Alliance of Sahel States to Confederation of Sahel States crossed in just 10 months, and despite the pitfall posed by this, that our independence disturbed illustrates in itself our fierce desire to build on the Sahelian airspace-based sovereignty of security and prosperity. The treaty brought to light by the Niamey Declaration creates a union of states structured around three strategic axes, namely defense and security, development and diplomacy. Before you, I want to thank my brothers once again, President Ibrahim Traoré and Assimi Goïta, for the titanic work accomplished despite all the threats made and all the plots hatched against the AES. I also take the oath to the operationalization of the Confederation of Sahel States, for which I have already appointed a national committee. My dear compatriots, rest assured that the path that we follow and resolutely on the trajectory of the break with other new colonial and establishment of a win-win partnership with everyone, the countries of the world, and take in peace without exclusivity. In this regard, Niger will respect all commitment made with the international community. Misinformation by new colonial organs and some compatriots in the rule of parlor slaves, according to the formula of my brother, President Ibrahim Traoré, will not deviate from our triumphant work towards our sovereignty. No state, no organization, interstate will not dictate to us conduct to follow, nor his agenda in matter of strategic or diplomatic partnership. And those who fantasize about getting back into that imminent fall of the regimes to themselves will be delusional. They will have to go to the obvious before they are to our march towards full and complete sovereignty and inexorable. My dear compatriots, it is within the resolute framework of this march that includes a series prerequisite measures and actions taken by the National Council for the safeguarding of the homeland to further strengthen our sovereignty and without being exhaustive. Denunciation of defense and security agreement which link Niger to France. The return of the French ambassador is a persona non grata. The suspension of the rights of distribution of certain French media propagandists. The withdrawal of Niger and Burkina Faso from G5 Sahel. The law of May 26, 2015 relating to smuggling of migrants. The withdrawal of Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger from ECOWAS. Denunciation of the military agreement between Niger and Benin. The nationalization of the National Water Company. Denunciation of physical convention between Niger and France. The denunciation of the agreement relating to the statute of military personnel of the United States. Nigerians, my dear compatriots, measures such as the creation of Commission against the fight of economic delinquency, financial and physical, aims to improve the socio-economic climate by re-establishing the states and our population in their rights. The work of reconstruction cannot only be done with the help of all and by making a diagnosis together of past elements to achieve administration of consistent remedies and adapted to the prevention of economic delinquency. It is with this in mind that I have set up for over 2 months a technical committee responsible for the regional summary contribution of inclusive meeting to organize the holding of the axis of the diaspora and to propose the organization modalities with a view to the upcoming Inclusive National Forum.
National. Zancen ƙasa ne. Labusaninu.
Long live Niger. Long live the Confederation of Sahel States. Thank you.
Remercie.
Africa, wake up. Africa, rise up. Africa without borders. Africa, continental free trade area. The time is now. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.